What if the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know it is about to change forever? What if everything we've seen in the MCU, every hero, every battle, every timeline gets smashed together into one chaotic world ruled by a single, unstoppable villain? What if that villain isn't Thanos, Kang, or anyone we've faced before, but the one and only Doctor Doom? And what if Avengers Doomsday is the movie that flips the entire MCU upside down, setting the stage for a new era where Doom is the God Emperor of a broken Earth? Hey, Marvel fans, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into a mind-blowing theory about Avengers Doomsday, the upcoming MCU blockbuster that could redefine everything. Will the multiverse collapse into one timeline after Secret Wars? Could Doctor Doom steal godlike powers from beings like the Beyonder or a Celestial? And how will the scattered Avengers, maybe even joined by the Fantastic Four, take down a Doom who's stronger than ever? We're breaking it all down in this video, so stick with me as we explore how Avengers Doomsday could be the MCU's boldest move yet. Let's get started. To understand Avengers Doomsday, we need to talk about Avengers Secret Wars, which is likely hitting theaters in 2027 or 2028. If you've been following the MCU, you know Phase 5 and 6 are building towards something massive. We've seen multiversal chaos in Spider-Man, No Way Home, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and Loki. The multiverse is fracturing, timelines are colliding, and Secret Wars is the climax of all this madness. In the comics, Secret Wars, especially Jonathan Hickman's 2015 version, is about the multiverse collapsing. Every reality gets destroyed, and what's left is a patchwork planet called Battleworld, stitched together from fragments of different universes. One person holds it all together, Doctor Doom. He's not just a villain here, he's practically a god, wielding power beyond imagination. Our theory is that the MCU Secret Wars will end in a similar way, with the multiverse merging into a single timeline or Earth. But instead of a clean reset, this new Earth is under the iron fist of Doctor Doom. Why Doom? Because he's not just a genius in a metal mask. In the comics, Doom has always craved ultimate power. He's tangled with cosmic beings like the Beyonder, outsmarted gods, and even stolen their abilities. If the MCU follows this path, Secret Wars could show Doom outmaneuvering everyone, heroes, villains, even cosmic entities, to seize control of the collapsing multiverse. By the time Avengers Doomsday begins, he's not just a dictator, he's the supreme ruler of a fractured world. So how does Doctor Doom go from Latverian tyrant to the God Emperor of a post-Secret Wars Earth? Let's break it down. In Hickman's Secret Wars, Doom gains the power of the Beyonders, a race of beings so strong they can wipe out entire realities. He uses that power to create Battleworld, a planet where he's worshipped as a deity. The MCU could take a similar approach but tweak it to fit the cinematic universe. Imagine this. During Secret Wars, the multiverse is falling apart. Timelines are crashing into each other, heroes are fighting variants of themselves, and chaos is everywhere. Maybe we see Kang variants, the TVA, or even the Watcher from What If, trying to hold things together. But Doom, being the master strategist he is, sees an opportunity. He could target a cosmic entity, maybe the Beyonder, like in the comics, or even a Celestial, like the ones we saw in Eternals. What if Doom absorbs their power, not just to survive the multiversal collapse, but to reshape it in his image? By the end of Secret Wars, the multiverse is gone. Instead, we get one Earth, a Battleworld-style planet where fragments of different realities are mashed together. Picture New York from Earth 616 next to Wakanda from another timeline, with Asgard's ruins in the background. And ruling over it all is Doom, now wielding godlike abilities. He's not just a king, he's a tyrant who demands worship. Cities are rebuilt in his image with statues of Doom everywhere. Heroes who survive the collapse are either in hiding, enslaved, or forced to serve him. This is the world of Avengers Doomsday. If you're not familiar with Battleworld, let's unpack it. In the comics, Battleworld is a planet made from scraps of destroyed universes. Each region is ruled by a different faction, but Doom oversees it all. The MCU could adapt this idea in a way that feels fresh, but still nods to the source material. Instead of a literal planet, we might see a single Earth where different realities have been fused together. Maybe there's a desert where Spider-Man's Manhattan used to be, or a jungle where Thor's Asgard once stood. This new Earth would be a visual feast for fans. Imagine seeing remnants of the sacred timeline mixed with alternate realities, like a dystopian version of Tony Stark's tower or a shattered vibranium mine from a different Wakanda. Doom's influence would be everywhere, with his green cloak and metal mask plastered across propaganda. But here's the twist, this world isn't stable. The merger of realities is causing glitches, time loops, reality tears, or even pockets of multiversal energy that could destabilize everything. Doom, of course, doesn't care about the cracks in his empire. He's too busy enforcing his rule. But these flaws in his world give the heroes a chance to fight back. They'll need to exploit the weaknesses in this merged Earth to bring him down. And who are these heroes? That's where things get really exciting. In Avengers Doomsday, the heroes are in a bad spot. The Avengers we know, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, might not even exist in their original forms. Some could be dead after Secret Wars. Others might be variants from different timelines, forced to work together. Picture Sam Wilson's Captain America teaming up with a battle-hardened Spider-Man from another reality, or a version of Black Panther who lost his kingdom. These heroes are scattered, broken, and outmatched. But they're the only hope against Doom's regime. This is also where the Fantastic Four could make their big MCU debut. In the comics, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, is Doom's greatest rival. Their rivalry is personal, intellectual, and emotional. If Avengers Doomsday introduces the Fantastic Four, we could see Reed leading the charge against Doom. Maybe Reed survived the multiversal collapse and knows Doom's weaknesses. Or maybe he's been captured, and the other heroes need to free him to unlock the key to defeating Doom. Other heroes could join the fight too. Doctor Strange, with his multiversal knowledge, might be a rebel leader. Shang-Chi could bring martial arts skills to guerrilla warfare against Doom's forces. Even characters like Deadpool, who's already in the MCU, could add some chaotic energy to the team. The point is, this isn't your typical Avengers lineup. It's a ragtag group of survivors from different realities, united by one goal: take down Doom. Let's talk about what makes Dr. Doom so dangerous in this scenario. If he's absorbed Beyonder or Celestial level power, he's not just a guy in armor anymore. He could rewrite reality, control time, or even manipulate people's minds. In the comics, Doom's godlike power in Secret Wars let him control every aspect of Battleworld, from the weather to people's memories. The MCU could show him using similar abilities, like reshaping cities with a thought or erasing heroes' powers. But Doom isn't invincible. His biggest weakness is his ego. In the comics, he's obsessed with proving he's better than everyone, especially Reed Richards. That arrogance could be his downfall. Maybe the heroes discover that Doom's power is tied to a specific source, like a cosmic artifact or a fragment of the multiverse he's holding together. If they can destroy it, they might weaken him. Another weakness could be the instability of his new Earth. If the merged realities are falling apart, the heroes could use that chaos to their advantage. Maybe Doctor Strange finds a way to manipulate the glitches in reality, or Reed builds a device to destabilize Doom's control. The key is that the heroes need to outsmart Doom, not just outfight him. He's too powerful for a straight-up brawl. Since the Fantastic Four are expected to join the MCU around this time, Avengers Doomsday could be their big moment. Reed Richards is the perfect foil for Doom. In the comics, their rivalry goes back to their college days, where Doom's jealousy and pride led to his downfall. If the MCU introduces this dynamic, we could see flashbacks showing how Doom and Reed's paths diverged, setting up their conflict. The other members of the Fantastic Four, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm, could also play key roles. Sue's invisibility and force fields could be crucial for stealth missions against Doom's forces. Johnny's fire powers could counter Doom's tech or magic. And Ben, the Thing, could be the muscle the team needs to take on Doom's army. Together, they'd bring a fresh dynamic to the Avengers, blending family teamwork with the larger hero roster. If the Fantastic Four debut in their own movie before Doomsday, they might already have history with Doom. But if Doomsday is their first appearance, the MCU could use it to establish them as major players. Either way, Reed's intellect and the team's unity could be the key to outwitting Doom. So how do the Avengers and their allies take down a god like Dr. Doom? It won't be easy. The heroes will need to work together like never before, combining their skills, knowledge, and courage. Here's how it could play out. First, they'd need to unite. The scattered heroes, Avengers, Fantastic Four, maybe even X-Men if they're in the MCU by then, would form a resistance. They'd operate in secret, hiding in the ruins of Doom's Earth. Doctor Strange or Reed could discover that Doom's power is tied to a specific source, like a cosmic device or a fragment of the Beyonder's energy. Destroying it would weaken Doom, but getting to it would be the challenge. The heroes might split into teams. One group led by Sam Wilson or Spider-Man could distract Doom's forces with a frontal assault. Another, with Sue Storm and Doctor Strange, could sneak into Doom's fortress to find the power source. Meanwhile, Reed could be working on a device to destabilize the merged Earth, forcing Doom to confront his own creation's flaws. The climax could be a massive battle where Doom unleashes his full power. Imagine him reshaping reality around the heroes, creating illusions or summoning armies from different timelines. But the heroes fight back with everything they've got. Maybe Deadpool cracks jokes while dodging Doom's attacks, or Thor sacrifices himself to give the team a chance. In the end, Reed or Strange could deliver the final blow, using science or magic to sever Doom's connection to his power. But here's a twist. What if they don't fully defeat Doom? In the comics, Doom often escapes or comes back stronger. The MCU could end Doomsday with Doom weakened, but still out there, setting up future conflicts. Or maybe the heroes win, but the merged Earth remains, forcing them to rebuild a new MCU timeline. Avengers Doomsday could be a turning point for the MCU. After years of multiversal stories, this movie could reset the universe into a single timeline. That would simplify things for new fans while opening up new possibilities. A Doom-ruled Earth would let the MCU explore darker, more grounded stories, focusing on resistance and survival. It could also introduce new heroes, like the Fantastic Four or X-Men, while giving existing ones like Spider-Man or Captain Marvel fresh challenges. This setup also lets the MCU pay homage to Hickman's Secret Wars while doing something new. Fans of the comics would love seeing Battleworld and Doom's godlike reign, but the MCU could add its own spin, like tying in the TVA or the Eternal Celestials. It's a chance to blend cosmic stakes with personal drama, especially through Doom and Reed's rivalry. Of course, this is all a theory, and the MCU could go in a different direction. One risk is that a Doom-focused story might overshadow the Avengers. If Doom is too powerful, it could make the heroes seem weak. The MCU would need to balance his dominance with moments where the heroes shine. Another challenge is introducing the Fantastic Four. If they debut in Doomsday, the movie might feel crowded with new characters. The MCU would need to give them enough screen time to establish their dynamic without neglecting the Avengers. And if Secret Wars doesn't set up Doom's rise properly, Doomsday could feel rushed or confusing. Finally, there's the question of tone. A dark dystopian story about a godlike Doom might be too heavy for some fans. The MCU would need to keep its signature humor and heart, maybe through characters like Deadpool or Spider-Man, to balance the stakes. What do you think? Could Doctor Doom really become the God Emperor of a merged Earth? Will the Fantastic Four steal the show, or will the Avengers lead the fight? And how will the MCU pull off a story this big? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know if you want more MCU theories like this. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.